I'm late. I'm rum. And then I turn my YouTube app right off. I am late. Very late for doing the stream. Wow. I'm very late doing the stream. Where's my night crew at, huh? Do we have a night crew? I don't think we have a night crew. I'm not even going to stay in this room at all. I'm just moving. But I didn't want to wait. I want to try to get live as soon as possible. But damn. Yeah, I'll just leave it like this. Whatever, fuck it. Grab my weed. Grab my lights. Grab my bong. Time to smoke it like we're all gone. What? Bruh, what? Oh, shit. That was bullshit. There we go. Time to move and groove. Motherfucker, you better not lose. Time to go. Ah, fuck, dude. Come on. There we go. And thy Lord said, let there be light. There was light. Alright. Oh, fuck me, dude. Okay. Put the bong down. Put that down. Put that down. Put that. Fuck me. Dropping my grinder. Put that down. Put my phone down. There we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Motherfuckers like you, let's get it. Let's get it. I am pretty lit right now. I had some rum, some Erfe, and some Brotti weed in Portland. That's where I was today, everybody. Fucking Portland. Hanging out with homies, going to bars. Well, one bar, actually. We literally went back there every fucking time because it was so lit. Alright, I will be right back, guys. I got a few more things to grab, so... Wait there. I know no one's on the stream currently, but after stream... I mean, y'all should know how this shit works. I'm just getting some shit organized and stuff. There we go. Alright. Be back. I'm back. I'm back. Oh shit! I nearly broke a ball on the floor. Damn. Damn, son. Damn, son. There's a light I can use. Oh, here we go. Boom. Cool. We'll have it right there. How about that? How about them apples? All right. Well, shit. Dude, all my fucking necklaces, bro. They don't want to, like, just be their own separate things. They want to, like, layer on top of each other, bro. Look at that. All layering on top of each other. Got, like, a wolf fucking thing. I got the Volknuts. I got a paw with runes all around it. I got a, what's this? A Slavic swastika. It's not a very offensive one. It's an actual, like, what it's meant to be fucking meant for, which is for good luck, not the ethnostatisms that got jacked from it. But anyway, yeah. waiting on my friend. He's passed out. Well, not passed out. He's taking a fatty dump right now, which is always some fun news to understand and get to comprehend. I forgot one more thing. I'll have to be right back. Keep forgetting shit, dude. I ain't forgetting things. And guys, I'm pretty sure I'm slowly turning into a cowboy because, goddamn, the more like I fucking seem to reveal myself on the streams, the more I look cowboyish, dude. Like, look at this. I got the hat. I got the fucking shirt going on. Like, I'm almost there. I have the long hair. That's kind of the... I guess cowboys can have long hair. There's nothing technically against that. So, yeah. But shit. Kind of look different now. Well, like on this stream compared to others. Not just in my like complexion right now. Interesting. Maybe it's just the light. I'm not used to having a light on me lately because I haven't really had a light like this in a while. So, whatever. Oh well. Well, I'll smoke ganja while my friend is taking his long ass time in his Shiza. Das Shiza. Alright. Get some other shit plugged in. Yeah. I mean, basically the whole summary of this stream is we're just gonna bullshit. I don't think anyone's coming in live, but afterwards, though. I'll be going for a while, though. He'll probably leave, and I'll wrap it up when he leaves, whenever that is. So we'll probably go on for a while. I don't know. Will depend on what we do. If not, well, I'll just sit here, smoke weed, and talk about bullshit. My mind is kind of active right now, so it'll be good. I got some stuff I can talk about. I was actually mentioning to fucking what's his face to Tyler about here, hold on. Let me actually just talk about what happened. What was going on today. So we went to the pub. Not our usual place. We went to Portland this time. We decided to take the long route and go to Portland. And we went to this place called Yam Hill Pub. It literally is a hole in the wall. Like a wall, a tiny little door for the hole, and then you just walk, and it's just like this little hole. Like if you want to like have a literal hole in the wall, this was a literal hole in the wall. And it was actually pretty chill. They were playing a movie. They had like 2 fat TV screens, and they were playing Species 2. Species, but the second one. I never even seen this film before, and it looks fucking crazy, dude. It's like, what the fuck am I looking at, man? It just looks like a weird, crazy film, dude. I actually want to watch it. And if I do, I may or may not want to do a commentary. I may or may not want to do a commentary of it, because it looks really interesting. It's a lot of sex scenes. Like, I'm pretty sure I saw like 5 sex scenes within 30 minutes. So I think it was a movie to get away with being a softcore porn. Maybe. It just decided to have like elements of aliens and shit. In fact, the aliens in the film almost look like it looked like a mixture between a predator and the alien from Aliens, dude. Like, it looked like a crossbreed between the predator and alien. It's like, what? It's like, what are you doing? It's kind of amusing, though. It's just like, oh, wow. You really did have a little cliche ripoff between Alien and Predator with the alien, because it looks, with you, at least you're Alien. And the scene when they got revealed was a fuck scene. So the 2 people who were the aliens were fucking, and then they, in mid-fuck, become these aliens. It's such a fucking weird movie, dude! It's such a weird movie! I don't know what to call this film but weird, dude! That's why I may or may not want to do a commentary, because I think I think, low-key, I want to expose you degenerates to this. I think you all deserve to see the weird shit I did there, buddy. Can we just agree that humans have weird sexual desires? Like, look, there's a video on YouTube of a chimp, like, masturbating with a fucking frog, okay? But look, if you look at humans as a species, we do weirder, kinkier shit than that. Like, goddamn, I think a chimp fucking a frog is the least of our concerns compared to what humans are capable of. Like, we are capable of some kinky shit. Some very interesting things for sexual desires, alright? So, I don't know, man. That film just looks... it's not safe for YouTube. That is goddamn sure. Like if I do this, if I do a commentary, it's gonna strictly be like Vimeo or something. I don't even know if Vimeo will accept it. Will anyone accept me doing a commentary? I don't know if I can do this commentary in general. I could do it on XTube or Pornhub, I guess, because that I can have tits and dick there. There's no dick scenes, but there's a lot of titties. So I'm gonna have to figure out which platforms are okay with titties, because there's a lot of them, and you know what? That's okay. In fact, I think titties are a very beautiful thing. They're a very lovely, elegant thing. You know, they're very beautiful. So it's just like, you know, that's not a problem to me, but YouTube sees it as a problem. So I'm gonna have to figure out that shit, dude. Like if we do, I don't know if I will. If I could find this movie somewhere, especially for free, then I'll do it. But if I have to like spend like $5 or something, I probably won't. At least not right now. If I like have money to waste or spend like that, then I will, because I don't care. But I just don't. So like that $5 would have to be the equivalent of like 5 cents to me. So yeah, interesting film though. And the Yamhill Pub is a pretty dope little spot, honestly. It's literally a hole in the wall, and it's, you know, it's a little cramped, I would say, but it's not that bad, man. It really ain't. It's a chill spot, you know. It's got all the essentials. Got a little bit of food. It does have a lot of food, but it has a few options, a couple, you know, just a quick little pick me up. But the positive about that is, though, in Portland, there's a lot more food around, especially around the corner. So you can have a few drinks, leave, and come back like 40 minutes later. It's fine. In fact, that's what we did. We were looking for some food, and we're like, it's a little, a hot dog for, you know, like $4-6-ish bucks, depending if you get chips and a drink with it. I mean, that's not bad, but I mean, I'd rather get like a legit like restaurant quality if that's going to be the case. And of course, you know, if a little hole in the wall, it ain't going to be that. So I don't know what the food's like, but I'm sure it's not bad. I'm sure it's not that bad. I'm sure it'll be okay. But anyway, like digressing from that point, like we went to another little place around the corner and ate there. And then we came back and we're like, hey, we were feeling a couple more drinks. Let's hang out a little bit, go back to that bar and let's chill for a while. And then we hung out for like another 30, 40 minutes to an hour, and then we walked back down to the, you know, public transit stations. At least walked down to the area where both of ours were at, because our mutual friend had his station somewhere. He lived in a different part of town, so he had to take a different bus, and we had to take a bus just back to our part of town. So our part of Portland. He's like in the west side of Portland. We're on like the, you know, southeast side. So, you know, we have different routes, but hey, still able to kick it. And I haven't seen that guy in forever, so it was pretty cool to see him. He's cool, homie. I should have fucking shown him my channel, man. Don't delve in. I mean, he doesn't delve into politics as much as I do, but shit, I delve into other stuff besides that, you know, I'm sure you'd find interesting. Honestly, like the one thing I would have to say is I did not prepare to be at that bar, because it definitely was like a metal type of bar, a little bit. At least the crowd was there for now, and at least when we were there, and that's fine. But this isn't exactly metal attire, isn't it? Not. So I kind of was out of place for, you know, for the night. But hey, my type of place. It's a pretty legit spot. But wow, he's taking a long shit. Like, how long do people like shit on average, man? Like for me, at most 10 minutes. 10 minutes at the most. You don't need to be that long in the bathroom, you know, when you're like, does it really take that long for people? Like, it doesn't take that long for, like, I don't want to get too personal. I'm going to be very vague about this, but like, how, like, come on. Like, you don't need to spend like 40 fucking minutes or like 30 some minutes taking a shiza when you're more than capable of like being in there for like less than 10 minutes, if on average like 5 minutes or less. It's like you don't need to spend so much time in there. It's like, what are you doing? Like, are you like just watching videos or something? What are you doing? You know? Like I always I question my friends if they stay too long in my bathroom. I actually start questioning what they're doing in there. Because it's like I have a process and it's quick, snappy, done. Like it's not, like I make sure my process of relievement is quick and just short and to the point. I don't just I don't I mean, I do sometimes, but it's usually cuz I'm about to take a shower or I feel constipated, so I don't know if I have to go right then and there or if I do and I need to kind of sit there for a sec. There's only very few times I need to, but some people just literally like on average all the time are like 30 minutes some minutes. It's like, what are you doing in there? Or do you have like an obligatory FAP or something? Like what do you do? Like I mean, you know what? I'm sure there are people that do obligatory. I'm pretty sure there's some people out there that do obligatory FAPs while they're taking a shit. It's like, oh, I had just enough shit. Now I need to do this really quick to make sure I feel extra good. It's like, I'm sure there's people like that, but goddamn, dude, what the fuck? Like, wouldn't that be really gross, though? Yeah, that would be. That would be kind of gross. Take a fat shiza and then do that, like, yeah. Because I'm stopping. I'm stopping. We're done. We are done. No more, I promise. I don't need to. If I start getting then I guarantee you everyone else is going like like because I have a strong like ironized stomach basically where I'm like I can handle that, you know. Gross shit, I'm fine with it. It's usually just the random things that people won't think about that I would actually kind of like you know too. But yeah, when I start doing that though, that's like my key of when I went too far is if I start gagging to my own shit like you know, like that, like internally, even if I don't vividly express it, that's when I stop. I'm like, oh god, I should probably not continue with this conversation. So, come on, bruh. I'll have a shot without you. Hope you know that, homie. I'll take a shot without you. Like, I'll do that. I'll make sure that I'm on a different level compared to the homies. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually like pretty sober right now, but my brain's kind of like so I think that is partially due to the rum and the hefe that I had earlier. And you know, it's not really in the body anymore, but it's still in the head. Like I'm still feeling like a little bit of an effect, but it's not like you know, it's not like that. It's just like, you're just kind of active minded right now. I can see why like intellectual minds at times can be like, you know, a scotch a night. It's really nice and helpful. Or, you know, a shot of whiskey or something, like a glass of whiskey or rum or whatever. Like, I can see why people have that every now and then at nights or every night. Just like a nice cold glass, just a nice little short glass with a little slight mixture in there and just sipping it throughout the night for a few hours or for an hour or whatever. I see why people do that. Like, as I start participating in alcohol more, the more I kind of am like, hey, you know, this isn't that bad. Like, it's still bad. Like, I mean, you can, like, I know what alcoholism can do to somebody, but as long as you're like smart about it, like, at least for me, it's great. If anything, like, having what, like, 2, 3 shots of rum and like one glass of hefe, and at the end of the night, this is how I feel. That's fine. Like, yeah, I'm okay. If anything, I'm down to have another one. In fact, I'm going to later. So it's just like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a problem if you start seeing me take this fucking bottle and start like that's a problem. Like and all like even if I start taking a shot, 10 minutes later, shot, 10 minutes later, shot, 5 minutes later, shot, 5 minutes later, shot. Like if I just start going shot after shot, like there are obvious lines you just don't cross and shit. But for the most part, like most people are generally I can tell are they know themselves of how the alcohol reacts to them, and if they are acting like a normal human fucking being, even if they are slightly inebriated, I don't have a problem with that. It's the people that generally go overboard and do have an issue, aren't totally even in touch in reality, or very aggressive, violent abuse. Like, there's obvious limits you just shouldn't be crossing when go into these certain state of minds, when drunk, because this is what this is a state of mind. And like, for some people they shouldn't be in the state of mind, but for a lot of people it's totally fine for them to be like this. So just always depends on the people, depends on the situation, and it depends on the drink. Because for some people, they can handle vodka just fine, but if they have whiskey, they are fucked, Like, and for some people, it's vice versa. Or they can't handle beer, but for some reason, they can take whiskey like a champ, Certain people can just handle certain things, and certain people can't handle certain things. Like, for me, I notice for alcohol, at least, I'm able to handle most. Like, IPAs are not my thing. Like, sour bitterness, not big on. But for the most part, I'm able to start tolerate most alcohols. I mean, they're all right. Like, for some of them, I'm not, but they're tolerable. For a lot of them, they're fucking amazing. And for some of them, they're just like, and for some of them, they're just outright gross. So it just depends. And same for everybody. Some people just can handle scotch like nobody's business, like it's fucking water. Some people would have a half a shot of scotch and they would be blitzed and gone, Yeah, but again, depends on the person, depends how much you're taking, how much alcohol is actually in the drink itself. All different factors we gotta learn, It's just about being responsible, being smart, and just knowing what your limit is, and don't go beyond your limits. Like, that's the key thing. I think people don't know what their limit truly is. Like, they'll go to a level, but don't know what their limit is on that level, and then they get too fucked up. So you just gotta learn what yours is and just stick around it, And I don't even I notice I don't even really go near my limit when I drink. I just have like a more social limit, and I'm just like, I'm fine here. But if I go beyond it, it's okay. Like, the limit is when if I go beyond that limit, that's a problem. But if I go on my social limit, it's okay if I go over that, because I know I can at least still be cognitive up until a certain point. And up to a certain point, that's when I start not thinking correctly, and I start being like, and I just start going, bah! Say whatever the fuck I want, type of thing. And I don't like that. I like to be aware of at least what I'm thinking, and be at least on an observational level. Like, I'll be impulsive to say shit off the top of my whim, whatever. But I want to at least be aware enough to what I'm saying. If I'm just saying whatever's on the top of my mind at first, probably not the best idea. Let's put it that way. So, there's a limit. I don't go beyond it, and everyone should at least know where that is. And you know what? It's okay to challenge yourself and to, have a little like, hey, should I go over my limit? Go over your limit. That's fine. Like, every now and then doing that's okay. But you don't want to be like, just have a big issue. That's a problem,
Yeah.
And
I was in the bathroom for a while, and I was just like,
you finished your fapping?
No.
I'm just fucking with you, dude.
I couldn't stay awake.
Yeah, it's all good. Nah, I'm just messing with you, dude.
Nodding off. Fuck, I haven't slept. I've been up since 4:30 a.m. So.
Yeah, dude, I'm the opposite, dude. I'm kind of like, I haven't stopped talking for 23 minutes. But yeah, no one's on stream, but I didn't think anybody would be this late, so I'm just talking just to fill the time.
I want to be able to stay up, but I can't.
Well, I mean,
go in there and sleep.
You're just gonna pop in there.
Yeah.
All right, no, not even hang out with me and talk for even a little bit.
I want to.
You're an asshole.
Won't let me.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole.
I don't want to diddle, man, but I won't let you.
Well, I don't want to either way, so luckily, there is that. Well, I guess I'm in having my last shot alone.
That's what they all say, and then they end up doing it. But luckily, I can lock the door so you can't go in.
Well, at least I can have my last shot to my peace.
Yay.
I'll have a little one, though. I don't want it.
If you want to diddle me a little bit, that's what they all say. And then it bleeds.
But that's half the fun.
Oh, God.
Brutal.
I will use your tears as lube.
But that's too slick. The thing is, that's too slick. You have to use something like honey, where it's like really thick and gloppy.
Like blood.
Well, the thing is that that's still kind of moist and slick. You have to wait for it to coagulate if you do.
You just go through the pain of it first, and then you make it bleed.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
So yeah, good night.
Alright, you know, man.
I can't stay awake.
Yeah, it's all good. Hi. What the fuck? Joe, you show up? Wow, I do have a night crew, do I? Tyler, Joe just showed up right when you went to bed. Tyler just literally went to bed and you show up. That's funny, dude. That's so amusing. Logan leaving? No, Tyler's going to bed, actually. We just came back from Portland, and, yeah. I'm not going to be on too long. Like, surprisingly, this is going to be a very short stream, probably. Like, it's only been 26 minutes since I started this, so, yeah. I've just been non-stop talking about random bullshit. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Get back here, all of you. No one was here. Nobody was ever here. It's just been me. I can't either. Yeah. Like, dude, my mind's just been like... After I came back, my mind's just been out. So. It's not... No, it's not like... You know, like, super hyped and energized and shit. It's more just like... I'm just awake right now. Like, my body's still a little... meh. I don't feel too well. Oh, shit. Glass of water. When in doubt, have a glass of water. Like, that's just... Like, that's always my first thing of what I do. If I really don't feel good, glass of water. And if I still don't feel good, something different. Sometimes you just might need that. So to tell about your day. Hold on. Well, I mean, I already went through it for the most part. It didn't do too much, though. My friend hit me up, happened to show up. He said, hey, one of our friends wants to hang out in Portland. I'm like, I wasn't planning on this whatsoever. In fact, I didn't plan on you even showing up, but fuck it. Why not? So I did. So instead of streaming earlier tonight, I went to Portland, went to a pub, got some stuff to eat. And yeah. Actually, I had McDonald's for the first time in like years, and surprisingly, it really wasn't that bad. But I could tell there was like a different like high. There's like the food got me high, dude. There's like a different effect. I'm just like, whoa. What? It just like got me into the state that I have not exited yet, really. Just like this nonstop ranting. It's not even really nonstop ranting. It's just like, just kind of going off. In fact, we had like honestly, we had our best conversations with me like earlier today with me and Tyler walking home. Like I was half tempted once we got off the max to just stream walking home. Like I was half tempted. And then at the end of it, I'm like, we had so many interesting things we were talking about. Why in the fuck I didn't do that? So this could have been on for like an hour already, but I never. I don't think having a nice stroll through the neighborhood is probably the best idea with a live stream. Just show off my neighborhood, dox myself and like half of my community. That's gonna be great. That'll be very great. Tell you that's what I ate for dinner. I think this was making me sick, bull. It's because I got like $5 coupon. Oh, there you go, dude. See, I don't feel like gross or sick, but I do have like this legitimate, like interesting. Then it will be like an interesting like pit in my stomach. It's not like in pain or sick feeling. It just there's like this. It feels like there's just this mass that my body doesn't know what to 100% do with. And it's just like, well, we have to process this, but we are struggling to figure out how to process it. So that's just kind of lovely, knowing that my body's having some questionability on processing McDonald's, but that's why I stopped eating there. To be fair, I don't feel like bloated or anything like I used to when I ate there. So, you know what? They sort of like brought up the bougie out from themselves. They became bougie. so bougie that they have actual quality. Well, not quality, but it seems like they did increase a little bit in quality though. So you're not given the benefit of that doubt. A nice chat we have Logan last night. Oh my god, yeah. It's not even, dude. I won't even say that's a chat. That was just him lecturing, man. Because I could barely get a word out, so it wasn't even a discussion or anything. One time I was able to get a word out was literally quoting your chats and Stefan's chats. Kind of liked it. I could have barely participated, but yeah. I mean, that's my like. That's just my pet peeve about him. It's just like can't get a fucking word. Like he's just like even when I was about to, he was like, "Go ahead." I was getting into it, and then it's back to where we were. It's like God. Ugh. It's like I know he doesn't mean to. I know he doesn't. Really, I don't think he's trying to cut me off or just go off on his tangents to be a douchebag or whatever. That's not his intent. I know that's not. It's just part of his character, and it's just like I'm trying to talk, but he's been like, I mean, he's been way better about it. In fact, knowing that he was at least gave me some moment to say something, like, hey, that's better than what it used to be, like a year ago. So, you know, that's why I don't say he's doing it intentionally. I think he just unknowingly just goes on and just doesn't stop, you know. And to be fair, I do the same thing sometimes. So that's why I'm not like it's pet peeve, but I don't really make it an issue because sometimes I do, and yeah, like whenever I mean, but I can also get, hey, when you're passionate on a subject, you're gonna go off on it and talk about it for quite a while and don't shut up. So it makes sense. So yeah. Even from someone you don't agree with, you can still learn something from. Well, yeah, I mean, because with the disagreements, you can learn more about their ideas and their philosophy, and just about your opponent's beliefs in general, and then also on top of that, just like just learn different aspects of different worldviews in general. Look forward to part 2. Maybe. Hopefully I can at least have a little bit more. Maybe hopefully I can get some insight more from my perspective this time. So, because he really does go off on a lot of his own stuff, but I don't really get an opportunity. Like I can by myself, or if he's in the chat and I happen to be here, I can, but I want to be able to try to one-on-one, you know, because I think that would be a little bit more fruitful. I just think, you know, at least right now, I mean, I know that we've had these similar discussions, but he was in the chat instead of actually with me. Let you talk a little. Cute caveat is a little. Again, it's not that big of an issue to me, but it's just like, come on. In order to be a discussion, you got to have a back and forth of some sort. Like, because I think he does somewhat understand my ideas, but I don't know if he really gets like my total view of those ideas. Like he knows I'm atheist. He knows I am an agnostic atheist at least, and I look up with science and stuff. But I don't know how far I really go in with that. And also, I also just don't play into the argument of that what about religion is applicable to literal real life. Because I don't think it does. So we do have very core disagreements philosophically about this, but again, you know, because I think with the whole open marketplace ideas, even though we have disagreements on issues, like for me, Logan, it's probably this, we can at least have other agreements with other issues, and him and I are pretty left-leaning on various different issues. So, I mean, we have plenty of agreements of that. We have a lot of different agreements musically, you know, just all sorts of different stuff. So, you know, just because we have disagreements on certain issues or subjects in topics doesn't necessarily mean he's like suddenly this bane of my existence or something. Like, goddamn. Like, that's a little overboard, but, you know, he can be frustrating sometimes, but that doesn't negate anything. Like, Tyler can be frustrated sometimes. My friend Harley can be frustrating sometimes. I am frustrating to myself sometimes. And if I'm frustrating to myself, I can only imagine I frustrate other people, too, to some extent. So, shit. Like, you know, it's a part of human nature, you know? We're just going to have disagreements. We're going to yell at each other, disagree with how people do about things, and frustrate each other and shit like that. It's just human nature, you know? Ooh. This rum is so much different to the rum I had at the pub I went to earlier. This is far more stronger than the rum I had. Till you're ending? It'll probably be like, I don't know, 30 minutes maybe. If that. Like, it'll probably go on a little longer or a little shorter, just depending if I sit here silently for longer than I feel like. I already poured a little. Why am I grabbing my rum? In fact, I probably don't need to grab that anymore. In fact, I kind of want a chaser for that. Because that's probably a good idea. Number 15, Lem. The number 15. I'll be running to the bathroom by then. Oh my lord. Like Tyler, like a minute ago. Ran to the bathroom before I start this. It's funny, he was somewhat down to do this. He's like, alright. He's like, I'll head home, you know, for after a little bit, after kicking it. I'll be right. No, for 15 minutes. Oh. Again, might go longer than that. I mean, 15 minutes from now will be like 50-minute stream. That'll be a short-ass stream. It'll be shorter than my first one, which was like 20 minutes. But this one will be a lot longer than that. And my streams in general a lot longer than that. They go on for hours. For like 2 or 3. Depending if we just have long enough conversations and shit. Though on some level, I probably should try to regiment them down to a certain time frame, just so, you know, it's not these super intense long ass things, but you know, things that people can listen for like an hour and a half. But whatever, is what is. That's why my podcast, when I eventually get that going, you know, will be the more streamlined thing, because these streams, you know, these are about equal it out with your 5.5 hour stream. You want me to stay up all night? I mean, damn, that would be like 6 in the morning for me if I did that. Yeah, it would be 6 in the morning. Actually, probably 7 in the morning. Like, no bueno? No, I can't join you. There you go. See, if I did that, even you couldn't, you know, be all the way through, because it'd just be too long. Just be too intense. At least right now. Like, if I did a 12-hour live stream, noon to midnight, I can do that. Like, I can easily do, like, a 6 to midnight. You know, like, there's ways I can do it and work out, but if I did it now, it'd be fucking worthless. In fact, it'd be terrible. The whole thing would be just awful. But, you know, if I were able to at least schedule that shit, yeah, it would actually be pretty good. Like, with long-ass streams like that, you gotta, like, legit kind of schedule that a little bit. You gotta, like, all right, I'm gonna plan to do this. I got all these different things. I don't want you to hear someone else, my jealousy bone. Oh, my God. Wait until there's, like, 100-some people in here, and then you show up. And there's already people having conversations and shit. Dude, that's gonna be the bane. That's gonna be your bane if that goes on. Oh my god. Not saying I'm gonna literally have 100 people overnight or something, but someday, maybe. There'll be the eventualities like, oh, well, now I have enough viewership where I have like 100 people watching on average or something. And it'll be like, oh, well, shit. Then again, the notification squad, That's just up to YouTube, I guess, isn't it? Because sometimes YouTube wants to cooperate, but sometimes it doesn't want to. Which I hate, because YouTube sucks. YouTube sucks. YouTube sucks. It's going to kill me, sorry. That's why. But there's always a but. There's always some caveat with you, sir, isn't there? Boom. Yeah. I'm going to put this right here so I don't accidentally spill it, actually. This is empty. I'm not going to toss it because that would just fall on the ground because our recycling bin for our cans is overflowing. Weird. Wasn't there fucking recycling the other day? Why didn't he do that? By the way, Xcody has a Patreon set up. Cool. Yeah, I'm only able to, like, at most, give out, like, $25 on Patreon to a variety of different creators. So, I might be able to if I can. I think I'm only doing, like, a $5 and a $10 one. $10 for Pessimist Productions and a $5 for Humanist Report. And then there's one other that I used to, but I couldn't for a while. But I can actually do that again. I can actually have a Patreon set up for them again. I can do a pledge. So yeah, I might do a lower one for them and then do one for him maybe. I always find it important to support your content creators and stuff. Because I got mine set up, but I haven't set it up to where there's tiers or anything yet. I just have the profile itself set, but not necessarily like the actual payment subscriptions. Saw you're listed as following on your Instagram. Yeah, that's my Instagram, but I don't really use it. I have a few pictures on there, but not a lot. I might go back and use it again, but it'll just be for like my photography whenever I take pictures and stuff and edit them. I'll just upload the edited ones on there. But for the most part, I don't do it too often, but I've been taking a lot of pictures since my Iceland trip. And I've edited since my Iceland trip, edited various different pictures I liked. So I might get Instagram again and then log back in and upload them there because I like taking pictures and I like editing them. And I think that comes from my mom because she used to be a photographer and shit. So yeah, I've always liked, taking pictures and, kind of changing them out a little bit. My mom, I remember she would actually Photoshop some pictures and send them to me when they were exceptionally kind of funny. She would fuck around while she was working every now and then with her business and just like make people like a cyclops or make them 3-eyed or like a 4-eyed human or whatever, like multiple arms or some shit. It actually was pretty funny. Like she actually kind of, I think she would never send it to her customers, but she would always send it to family, like these funny pictures she would do. Not to like have people save it or whatever, but just like to show, just like, hey, I did something funny. So she had a kind of funny sense of humor about it. Didn't do it often, but when I caught her, she was always like, how do I like? Yeah, I noticed it was like with people she didn't exceptionally like as customers. I gotta be a tier with meetings and smoke groups. You gotta get a van for your license. I'm not gonna have a van for a while. But I mean, if I do, it probably won't be for that. It'd just be for me going on my camping trips and stuff when I do those. And if I do those, I mean, if I do them across the country, like I go camping in like some random bumfuck area in Minnesota or something like that, or like New York or something, shit, I'll probably be like, hey, I'm gonna be in this region. You have a chance to find me camping. Here's what my vehicle looks like. Good hunting, happy hunting, happy hunting. Have fun trying to find me. I'll make it like a fun game for my viewer base if they happen to be in the area. I'll be like, I'm camping in this region for like a week. Find me, and you might win a chance to hang out with me for a while and smoke weed and stuff. Like, hell yeah! Like, who doesn't want to partake in legal tobacco, brews, and just hanging out with one of their content creators they like? I mean, that'd be cool. I won't do it often though. I mean, I can't just go on camping trips across the country willy-nilly, but I could plan them out a few months ahead of time, save up like $400, $500 just for that, put it off to the side. When I'm ready to do it, just roll. let's go. And it wouldn't be anywhere specific. I'll just be like, I'm going to this state, this chunk of the state to visit these places for a while. And I'm doing it on my own volition and on my own time. You just have an opportunity to meet me in these areas. So have fun. Happy hunting. That'd basically be it. And for anyone who's a sub, happens to meet me or see me and be like, hey, what's up, bro? And I'll be like, hey, what's up? You know, I'll be like, shit, cool. But that's not going to happen for a while, though. I mean, I have to wait until I at least get enough of a view, like 5,000 subs maybe, until I do that, because then there's at least some chance if I go anywhere in the country, there's a possibility of people want to come by and say hey. But right now, it's not worth it. It's not enough people following me to do that type of stuff, but maybe someday. But I know I would do like camping trips in Oregon like frequently though. Like I know that's how I'd start is do trips all for Oregon, Washington, Northern California, fuck even Canada. Like I mean I would do road trips out all through there, but I won't necessarily be all like, hey, I'm gonna go to Maine, Portland, Maine, have a fat adventure out there, and I'm gonna take a road trip there. Like that's probably I'm gonna probably fly and rent a car, honestly, if that's gonna happen. Like, I mean, unless we're not worth it. It's not that you all specifically aren't. There's not enough people to make the whole idea worth it. Like, I can go specifically to Philly just for you and maybe anyone else who might be there, but for me personally, there's not enough value in that. I mean, for me, like there'll have to be like enough of a fan base for if I go somewhere and make a little challenge for them to find me or whatever. It'll be like that. It makes it more fun when I have more people doing that. I mean, it comes to a point where I'm not going to be like, hey, you can make a game of finding me. It's just like there might be certain people that I just probably shouldn't or should, especially on like a camping trip. Like that, like it would have to be like a meetup. Like I'll have to be like, you could find me in these certain towns on these certain days, and I'll probably be, making ventures into these businesses or these places. So I would make it really vague. So there's no one who's like watching in the background with their van with like their 22 beside them waiting. I'm gonna get you, boy. It's just like, don't think it's gonna happen, but yeah, but I don't know. You never know. It's crazy motherfuckers out there. Though I don't think any of them are watching me, and if they are, I don't think they care enough for me. I think they're probably more interested in stalking like PewDiePie or something. Why? No. Don't do that. I don't want to see no sad face. Come on now. Oh, it's probably not. Just whatever. I'll be good. I'll be good. Though I do need something to drink real quick, so we'll be right back for that. My throat's kind of dry now. To be fair, I just put a lot of smoke through it, so. Anyway, grabbing that. chocolate milk. Sweet. Boom. Ugh. Oh, come on. There we go. We're a group. Probably better if we chat this way. I'm a kicky motherfucker. What? I guess in that sense. I don't really got an issue talking about that shit, but I feel like it's more better in the group because then it doesn't get so personal. It's just better in broad strokes. Because I try to talk about it in more broad strokes if I do. But yeah. I know I've had a conversation with my dad on stream once, and he mentioned like one thing about my mom, and I'm like, we're done. I think even Robert was like, okay, we're done. So I was just like, yeah. That's probably the best case scenario. No details need to be needed, but it happens. Should I talk about my own kinks too sometimes? So. Emojis. Parties and balloons and parties and balloons. Are those maracas? They look like it. But I don't think they are. They don't. They're just more party balloons, looks like. This does give you a safety filter. Oh, yeah. Once I do the live chat, maybe it won't. No, the comments came up, so. Yeah, YouTube's just like it's like either YouTube needs to not restrict the YouTube chat or they just need to get rid of it entirely. Like, that's just how I feel about it. Not really the live chat, but just because that's kind of essential for streams. But just comment section and shit. It's just, ugh. Because they're basically like, oh, well, if content creators can't keep their chat in line, then we'll just disable them for that video. It's just like, what? If you're going to do that, do it across the board with every fucking video, everything. Don't even have a YouTube comment section anymore. If that's going to be the case, if you think it's so fucking toxic, which it is, but I think that's part of the beauty of it. Like, I think the toxicity makes the beauty of YouTube's comment section. And it's just ridiculous how it's just like, oh, we should restrict it and shit. Could you envision coming into a room with me and Carl? No. I don't know what he looks like, so I couldn't really envision what he looked like. And I don't know what you look like, so I can't envision what you look like, so I actually couldn't. So I would have to see pictures to get imagery involved. And I've seen only Carl's legs and one arm and his hands. And I think I've only seen your legs in like one video, I think. But I don't remember that if it was. But again, that's how vague it is. So I can't really totally envision it. But yeah. I'm sure Carl envisions me and him, or vice versa, or whatever, and all that shit. But again, whatever. Like, I mean, it's just human nature. We're sexual beings, as life needs, sex in order to continue its reproduction, to, continue on with itself. So I do say, oh yeah. It's not, yeah. Like, I mean, it's not a bad thing. I mean, there are people like old ass people, and there's people that like really young people. I mean, that's why there's people who are like cougar chasers, and there's people who are like young bucks. Like, they got these names for a reason, because people like go after those certain types. So, like, shit, I like cougars and stuff because they're fucking, there's like experience. There's something like about I don't know. Like, there's just different factors that play onto it, like maturity, their their like complexure, their figure, their like their personality. This all plays into the factor. Poke. Slide. I'm actually kind of chilly in here now. What the fuck? It's not even really that cold, but all of a sudden just a chill came in the room. Do I have to grab a jacket now? Really? Seriously? I don't feel like I need to. But now I need to. Well, now I feel like I do, but initially I didn't. Like, what the hell? My body just doesn't like to react to temperature well at all. It like wants to be very cold like all the time. Or just really fucking warm, like unusually warm or unusually cold. It doesn't want to have like this equilibrium. And when I do, it's usually if I'm moving around, having like warmth pump through me in a very cold area, or if I'm not moving in a very hot area. It's just like I don't have like this balance, bro. It's so annoying. And just ugh. It's annoying, dude. Human bodies can be just so ridiculous sometimes. My shot. I forgot about that. Forgot about my shot. Do I want to take it? My stomach is telling me something like, I think it might be the McDonald's from what I was trying to process earlier. It's just like, I don't know, bro. Taking it straight might not do you justice. I do have that chaser of the milk, and that's making me feel a little better, so fuck it. I really care for going with sheet no more because I feel it's in sales. No, after that? Well, yeah, because he's 21 too, so it's definitely older than 18 for sure. Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of experience already, and shit, I do too. I think because, I mean, unless you're like literally sheltered your entire life, you're going to have a lot of experience. It's just that it just depends what that experience is because experience is so vague on, because someone can be a very experienced lawyer, but most people who can be very experienced in different things, just life itself, they're not going to be an experienced lawyer because they don't know anything about it. And at the same time, there's experienced automotive workers and experienced architectures and so it's, like for him, I don't know, like he's got a lot of experience. Yeah. Like, and so do I. And so's Tyler. And so's all of us. We all just have different degrees of how much or what that experience is, but it's very, it's a very broad thing. Sounds 25, 30. He does, and that, but I don't know. That doesn't really mean he is though. Like, I mean, I hear people who are like 15 or even like 18 who sound like they're fucking 30, because of how smart or intellectual they are. Guess I'll just never know. Yeah, at least he says he's 21, so I take his word for it, but. He might be 25 or 30, who knows, but I take his word for him being 21. I mean, like, it just, unless you're underage of like 18, there's no real reason for you to hide your age, really. You know what I mean? Like, I guess unless you're like on the extremes of the age, I suppose. Like, if you're very young or very, very old, like, I could see that. But for me, I don't see a reason for me to hide my age. I'm 21, so I'm 21. Like, I'm legal for pretty much anything at this point, at least what's legally applicable or applicable at least. And yeah, so for me at least there ain't no reason. I don't care about it. Well, yeah. I mean, you just don't want to, like, I'll say this much, you don't want to care too much because at the end of the day, I mean, you only really know him through, just online experiences. And, like, and what I've learned is like I've even tinkered with online dating and stuff and like having a relationship online. And it's honestly definitely some unnecessary stress that can be put in your life that is just not needed. And also it's just at times it could also just bring unnecessary drama that never needed to happen too. Like it depends on the situation, but and it doesn't mean that online interactions or relationships, whether that also be with friendships or platonically or even sexual relationships like online dating or whatever. I mean, doesn't mean that they don't work. It's worked before. It's happened. I mean, but I think just people rely on it too much to try to know somebody and stuff. And like I watch Paul Zigo streams, ideologies all the time. Like every time he does it, just as much as some people do for me. And it's a way for me to kind of connect into his personal psyche and his life and stuff. But at the end of the day, I know I don't literally know him, and he doesn't even know I exist, probably, besides just for my YouTube channel, which every now and then I know he's responded to. So I know he knows I'm follow him and stuff whenever he sees my name up there. And plus, I got a very pretty obvious name and pretty out there. So, like I know he knows I'm a entity that watches him. So, like I know that much, but like I know that I wouldn't go as far to say like he's like my literal buddy, essentially. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I do have like feelings and like an emotional like attachment to an extent to him, but it's like I always have to remind myself, it's like, hey, at the end of the day, he's his own person who doesn't know anything about me. Like we live across the country, essentially. I mean, you and I do too. And, like unless there is an actual like, hey, we've met before type of thing, then you can't really have that actual like connection as somebody who would be you know, like you would be in person. Like you have until that actually happens, you aren't truly like connected to that person. So that's kind of the key thing, when caring about somebody or have enough, feeling for somebody, as a content creator or as somebody you just know online, whatever have you. So I mean, it's just kind of something to always just kind of check with yourself type of thing. People do lie. This was supposed to be a guy who said he was like, well, in a show at college closed. He was like, it's like there's. I did too one time. Let me tell you a story. So at the end of the day, it actually ended up being pretty cool. But I met this supposedly what I thought was a chick. I'm gonna be honest. I got catfished. So well, to an extent. He at this point said he was taken in a relationship, and I was like, okay, cool. I can still at least hang out with you and get to be a friend at least, right? So the entire time I'm thinking he is a she. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. So I'm just like, hey, it was through Steam, where all you can get all the games and shit, right? So we were on Steam chat, whatever. I think it's because he hit me up for a group we were related to, and he just was like, I guess checking out some new people, and just happened to notice we live in the same place, and just like hit me up. It's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, what's up? We just ended to talk for a bit. I'm like, hey, since we live in the same fucking town, let's get together, hang out and shit. So I'm thinking this person's a chick, has a boyfriend, not a big deal to me. I don't, whatever. Like I could, at first that never came up. So I'm thinking, yeah, we might. Hey, if this actually ends up being cool, we can have a relationship, right? That could be cool. And then that came up. I'm like, all right, well, that's out of the book right now, at least. But hey, we can keep in touch, be friends and shit. And then we met, and she was a dude. Like, I mean, it was just like, oh, I mean, they were like, that was the only lie about it, though. Like, the truth is, he was in a relationship with a boyfriend, so that is true. And pretty much everything else about it was besides the gender thing. So I think the person might have been transgender. The thing is, he didn't look like it at all. So I really was just, and honestly, they kept going back and forth as like they were both males and shit. So it's just like I said he to him a few times and never had a thing about it. And but at the end of the day, it was still chill, still really chill because they smoked weed. I smoked weed. we listened to pretty similar music. Yes, and we actually clicked pretty well. So we hung around, had some food at food carts, and just kind of do what like we did. Besides going to a bar, I mean, but like uh, like we normally did, like I did with my friends, and we just hung out for a bit, just chilled out, and eventually they went their separate ways back to where they lived, which I think was out in like Northwest or something. And I went back to where I lived, and we still talk every now and then on Steam. So it's like we don't hang out too much, but after that, I was just like, this is like, but yeah, we still click though. So it's not again like it ended up being good at the end of the day, but it was just like that one little thing just made me like, God damn it, I was catfish. Fuck. I was like, God damn it, no. It's like I didn't expect that. But it's at the end of the day, I find it pretty funny, honestly, because it wasn't bad. At the end of the day, it wasn't a bad thing. It just was like, oh, that unfortunate moment when you realize you done fucked up slightly. It's just like, oh, like, and the thing is, how they found me was I was like, hey, I'm wearing this. Here's where I'm at. I'm by the food carts and stuff, and then she or he poked me on the shoulder and was like, "Hey," I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up? You to the saying?" I was like, "Yeah, you, yeah." I'm like, "Yep, yep, cool." I was like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" So I was like, "All right." So then in my head, I'm just like, "So where's the chick?" You straight? I thought bi. No, I'm bi. Yeah. I mean, I'm female preferred, but I'm still bi. Like, I mean, when it comes to male preferization, and I'm seeking less of a relationship more than just sexual part of it, I guess. I don't know how to really totally explain because I also don't care if I am in a, relationship that's like that. So, I mean, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, it's pretty much vice versa. Like, I don't mind this, and do also want sexual needs of a female, but also same male. I don't care either way. That's pretty much how I am. It's like, I don't care either way. So, yeah, but for that situation, I was more actively looking, and yeah, it was not the best moment, not the proudest moment of Ignar's experience, but hey, it ended up being okay at the end of that day. I mean, oh my god, I still think about that. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I fucked up that slight, and it's still just like, oh. Still a cool person though. I mean, they're still cool people, but I was just like, God damn. It's just like I got fucked up. Slid over. Yeah, I slowly slid over straight. Yeah, I was kind of the same way. Like I kind of, on one level I knew. Like, after a certain point when I hit puberty, I just kind of knew. But it never really came out until like late, like a few years later. And then that was when I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm definitely like this. But a part of me still wanted to deny it. So it was like it was very internal conflict for a while, but I eventually realized this is just me. I don't give a shit. Whatever. I'm bi. Okay. So this is how it is now. But for like up until I would say like junior year in high school, like what, 6, 7 years now, maybe. Like, that was when I really kind of started to be like, yeah, this is kind of how I am. But before then, it was just like this, whole big fucking thing, eternally, because I lived in a very, Christian household, and that's always fun. But it was a very interesting part. But yeah, I haven't even took this shot. Jesus, fucking taking it now. God damn. It's funny, all these years I just gone from one side to the other. I'll wait for a sec before I drink that milk. Just let the flavors of that rum soak in a little bit. Get a good taste of it. It's some good shit, man. Dr. Bird. Jamaica rum. I can't believe I still have some of this shit, dude. I got this a week ago. And I still have some. Jeez. Like, how do I still have rum right now? Like that would that should be gone. Like normally I could go through liquor with homies and shit within like 3 days or less, give or take, maybe 4 at the most. I've had that for a week. I guess it's so you know what? It's so quality that one shot's good enough. Even that little one I just had is good enough, dude. Like I'm already like back into my level that was earlier now, dude. Just that one little shot. Already back to that little level I had like just before we split ways. Oh, rum is so fucking good, dude. Like I think if I had to list like my liquor types, it would be vodka, whiskey, rum. I think that would be the 3 in that order. Now, I would say there are whiskeys that I love more than certain vodkas, and there are certain like rums I like more than certain vodkas, or certain whiskeys. You know, they're like depending on the specific one we're talking about. You know, I might like one more than a certain other. You know, but if we're talking about broad sense, I think that's what my order would be. I think I'm a vodka guy and a whiskey guy for damn sure, and rum. I think I might be a rum guy too, dude. Yeah, that's what you're looking for. Some things you find, one of the things you find, guy. Yeah. And for me, I'm not really. I don't know. You know, I'm just kind of like open to it. At this point, Carl would say, "I am the liquor." Well, because goddamn right, I am the liquor. And Carl's the liquor too. We all are the liquor. All of us are. Even if you don't drink it. Have a little drinky poo. Rest in peace, Jim Leahy, aka John Dunsworth. Rest in peace. I can't believe he's gone, dude. John Dunsworth. I don't drink, no. Nah, the liquor's within you too. In spirit. In spirit. But, damn. Ugh. Man, every time I see John Dunsworth now, though, I do feel kind of sad. You know, I want to do, I might do a Ignorous take on just background and synopsis of John Dunsworth. Who's John Dunsworth? Jim Leahy. Trailer Park Boy? You don't know. Oh. I have to educate you on the... Dude, okay. Remind me. Okay, the Trailer Park Boys is a Canadian show with... Okay, you have Netflix, right? It's on Netflix. Okay, there's this episode. This is the first episode I watched that got me hooked instantly. I gotta remember what it is. It's season 4, episode. I think it's episode 6. I think it's episode 6, season 4, episode 6. I think, or it's season 6, episode 4. And fuck, what's the name of the episode? I gotta look this up. No, I don't care. We're doing this. I'm going to my room really quick. Mino got Netflix. All right, we're doing this very quickly. We're coming back, but we're doing this quick. Okay. Come on. Oh, hold up. Look, I reorganized my shit again. My OCD kicked in and I sort of reorganized. And all that shit. I need to dump my ashtray. I even have paper towels with fucking resin on it just stuck there. That's just disgusting. But I don't have a plastic bag in my thing, so I need to get that really quick after this, but I'll do that after stream. Okay, we're doing this really quick. Block trades. Okay, yeah, I'll deal with that later. You know, I'll just go on I just need to see the episode, that's all. Yeah. Update. God. Do I have to? Sweet, I don't have to do it right away. Oh, man, they got... Oh, here's Trailer Park Boys. Okay. I just need to know the episode and see if I can find it. All right. Season 4. Am I correct? All right. It's not season 4, but you know what? There is a good episode. Season 4, episode 7, Propane, Propane. Season 4, episode 4, The Green Bastard. That's another good episode. So I think it is season 6. Is it? No? What season was it? When was this episode? I need to find out this specific episode. Season 3. Season 3, episode 6, Where the Fuck is Randy? Okay. Let me see if I can... Well, they do have the Trailer Park Boys on YouTube, but you have to pay for it. $2 an episode? That's fucked. Okay. If you are willing to fork over YouTube $2, Season 3, Episode 6 of the Trailer Park Boys is on here. And the episode is called Where the Fuck is Randy's Barbecue? And this episode is the one that got me hooked onto Trailer Park Boys. Look, I like yeah, to understand John Dunsworth in the trailer. You get this is the episode. Oh, Sam, it's all over the internet. Yeah, I mean it's on YouTube. Here, let me try to see if it's somewhere else. Yeah. Amazon Prime, it's $2. iTunes, $2. Yeah, like pretty much everywhere it's $2 besides Netflix. That's subscription. They have an animated series? There's the Trailer Park Boys website. Let me see if they have episodes they can watch on here. I will literally link this in the chat right now if this is something I can do. Let me give it time to load, though. We'll see here. Oh, can we? Let me just make sure. Where is it? Where's the episode? Oh, are the? Oh no, these are clips. Okay, these are clips. Okay, well, damn. Oh man, I love this show, dude. The Liquor Snurf. Oh my god. This it's just too good, dude. It's just too good. Tour. When they come to Portland, they do tours of the comedy show. No shows booked at the moment. Damn it. That angers me because they were in Portland at one point, and that upset me that I didn't get a chance to see. Well, you can try to find it. So here, let me show you John Dunsworth really quick because this guy's epic. Wikipedia. I'm so sad you're gone. Oh, my poor man. My poor man, the way I go it. He was born in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. So John Francis Dunsworth was a Canadian actor best known for playing the alcoholic Trailer Park supervisor Jim Leahy on the comedy series Trailer Park Boys, despite not drinking for the part.
He's also known for playing the mysterious reporter Dave Tegas on the supernatural drama series Haven. Really? For playing Officer McNabb in Shattered City: The Halifax Explosion, a CBC film about the 1917 Halifax explosion. He had extensive experience in regional theater. Life and career. The second of 10 children of Frank and Frances Dunsworth. Damn. Politics. In 1988, John Dunsworth starred in a video documentary short titled John Dunsworth, The Candidate, which was written and directed by Neil Livingston. The film shows an underdog provisional candidate for the New Democratic Party in the riding of Halifax Bedford Basin as he campaigns based on Dunsworth's candidacy in the 1988 Nova Scotia general election. So the general election for Nova Scotia, so progressive conservative, that sounds like an oxymoron, was Joe Matheson, and he got 45.1% of the vote. There's the Liberal Party, which is Penny Larku, which is 34.9% of the vote, and Dunsworth got 19.3%. So he had somewhat an interesting election career there for a little bit. And then acting. He studied acting at the University of Guelph, or Guelph, but dropped out in his fourth year. He went on to act in numerous CBC radio dramas and starring roles in many stage productions at the Neptune Theatre in Halifax. In 1970, Dunsworth leased an abandoned building on Halifax waterfront and converted it into a playhouse. Awesome. Dubbing it the Pier 1 Theatre, which doesn't have a page, unfortunately. It became the city's first and most successful alternative theater production house. In the late 1980s, Dalhousie University hired Dunsworth to produce the university's welcome show for the new students at Rebecca Cohn Auditorium, in which he also occasionally had an unseen voice overrole. In 1987, Dunsworth founded Filmworks Casting, where he worked as Halifax's most renowned casting director. Dunsworth met director Mike Clattenburg in the mid-90s, where he tried out for a bit part in Clattenburg's short film One Last Shot. Dunsworth's small role gradually transformed into the leading part that earned him the Best Performance Award from the Atlantic Film Festival. From there, he further developed the character into what will eventually become Jim Leahy in the Trailer Park Boys. Epic. Whoa. Dunsworth, John Paul Tremblay, which is Julian in Trailer Park Boys, who always has a drink in his hand, and Rob Wells, who is Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys, Ricky LaFua, which can be seen in the 2002 movie Virginia's Run. Huh. It's a drama film directed by Peter Markle and starring Lindsay Leatherman and Rachel Skotskin and Gabriel Byrne. It was filmed in Shelbourne, Nova Scotia. Huh. Also, Joanne Whalley. Okay. Dunsworth plays a local cop, while Tremblay and Wells play active and verbal townsmen, similar to their Trailer Park Boys characters. Awesome. Actors are credited as cop for John Dunsworth, JP for John Paul Tremblay, credited as JP Tremblay, and Rob Wells as Rob. The movie was filmed in Nova Scotia, Canada. Dunsworth starred in Haven. I heard about that. The series adaptation of the Stephen King novel, The Colorado Kid. In 2010, Dunsworth reunited with many of his former Trailer Park Boy castmates in a new series, Drunken on Drugs, Happy Fun Time Hour. It's a comedy series in Canada. Death. Dunsworth died of undisclosed illness. Damn. In a statement, Dunsworth's daughter, Sarah, described the illness as short and unexpected and stated that her father was an amazing husband. Yeah. Oh, that's a whole discography here. So, so here's something actually that's interesting. Unlike the character he played on Trailer Park Boys, Dunsworth rarely drank alcohol. He admitted suffering from a gambling problem in the past as a result of his recovery. He had been instrumental in planning to remove video lottery terminals from bars in Nova Scotia. Damn. That part I don't agree with, but everything else is awesome, though. Dunsworth once appeared on stage with Guns N' Roses, as Axl Rose is a fan of Trailer Park Boys, and Dunsworth's character in particular. He was a boat enthusiast and frequently spent time on his yacht Emerald Princess. He enjoyed building granite sculptures and structures of local stone and cement. Cool. So, yeah, pretty up dude. But damn. He actually had his own YouTube channel, I think, and I actually was subscribed to it. Hey, let me find it. Let me see if it is. Yeah, here it is.
Watch your step. Dave Alveston on camera. Here's my wonderful daughter.
He built all this shit.
Last time we talked, I was finishing up right here. Yeah. And that was 4 years ago. But now what we got? This. Ta-da.
Dude, that's epic.
Yeah, it took me 3 years to build it. Oh my god.
3 years, dude.
And you can walk right up here like this. And right up these stairs. Right up into the wood. Okay.
That's awesome.
Anyway, yeah. It took a lot of hard work. I don't know if there's 50 tons in this or 80 tons.
Wow.
In this. The only thing that's not finished is that star on the center stage. But I'm really happy it's done. And now, this summer's project is right here. Look at this. Right here.
That's epic, dude. He's on his little boat. Wow, look at how clean that water is. Okay, that's epic. Whoa. See fish going on. Nice. Here's to you, John. Rip. Yeah, man. Dude, I'm getting a little, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little emotional from that. That made me a little, it's making me feel a little soft inside. Yeah, I am subscribed. Good. Good. Oh, here's a video of him before it was done.
Years old, and I hope I have a couple more years. But this video is for somebody who wants to build something.
You can see where it all was.
I'm gonna need some buckets.
Some buckets. Buckets of liquor.
And I think this is my 11th ton this year.
I mean, damn. This is, like, hold on, let me, like, that became,
Fishing season. Lobsters. Almost over.
like, that,
End of the month.
hold up.
May.
Let me try to get a,
This in this? Or
let me try to get a good view here. Hold on.
okay.
There we go. This was like all this shit that happened. Where is it? Is there a good view of all this? Oh, well, there. Yeah, see, there's all that shit. That became like this whole big thing. That. Like, he did this separately, and then it became this. He did that. Like, that is epic shit. Like, damn. He's 71 when he died. Don't make me feel good either. Well, it was an unexpected illness, to be fair. I mean, yeah. All right, well. He also has a few other things as well up here, too. But the Toy Boat writer, director debut of John Dunsworth. Damn. 1986? What? Oh my god. Yeah, it is from 86. The first video John Dunsworth ever directed. Wow. So Sarah Dunsworth has her own YouTube channel too. Cool. From Bubble Girl to the trailer park. LOL, nice. Randy's father? What?
Oh my god, dude, for real. Damn. I'm watching this after the stream. And let's go back so I can smoke a little more. Don't get too emotional about John. Bandito. Hey, buddy boy. Yeah, you love those belly rubs, don't you, buddy? Oh my god. You are just ridiculous. He's goofy. You goofy boy. And then we have this little punk. Meow. Meow. A little chewy. You're like sinking into the couch. Meow. She's sinking into the couch. It's funny. Okay. Little baby. Yeah, she's tiny, dude. She's like the smallest out of all the cats. That's just her size. She's not like malnourished. She's not like just skinny or anything. She's just a small cat. She's just small. And it's actually way colder in here. I'm gonna grab my coat. I actually am this time. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Legit colder. Plug in. Take a tuck. Hold up. I want to make sure my shit's charging too, though. Oh, I know why. Possibly. Is there a little, no? Huh. Well, what could be it? Oh. Well, whatever. I'll just grab my coat. Better. See what the fucking issue is here. Okay. Look at this. Do I need to finally get another cord? Is that the issue? That be the down issue. I just need another cord. Or is it this? You know what? I think honestly it's just this. Feel better? Yeah. Yeah. I have an extra layer on. Don't think it's that thing. I'm plugging it over here. Pardon this annoyance. Oh, come on. Oh, really does not want to. Yeah, I think a new cord is in session now.
Come on. Yeah, I think a new chord might be in session. Do I have one? Oh, I do. Let's see if that's the issue. Is this just as long or is this short? Fuck. I can't even bring it closer. God damn it. Hold up. Just gonna test this. If it is, oh, hi. Crazy things happening. Was that it? Maybe it's just not on. Something's not plugged in or something. You know what? God, fuck. I gotta just like double check so many different things, but first. No. Can't even tell if this is on or not either. Yeah, well, not that. So maybe something's just not plugged in that should be. Oh. Motherfucker. Tyler plugged something in that deplugged this. That's what happened. Oh my god, you cunt. That's what he did. Oh. He unplugged the power source to our power base. That's why nothing's working. It's not that I need a new cord, which I probably should anyway. It's starting to fall apart, but it's still working. But nah, it's just that he, well, unplugged the source. Okay. All right then. About now I can envision Christmas show where you're plugging in and then Z's and Stab Ghost lights. Huh? I'm not okay. I'm just gonna take the first advice and not worry about it. I'm at least gonna get my stuff back. Good to know it's not my cord or anything. Because I knew it was working earlier. It was working up until basically he went inside. So, made sense. It couldn't have been any. It didn't take me. It didn't take me long at all. I'll just leave it in there just because fuck it. At least it gives an illusion. Get off me. Get this out of my way. Right there. Boom. Yeah. Oh, I had a bowl loaded already. Cool. Thanks, me, for loading a bowl earlier. I didn't even see that. Well, it's time. My stomach making sounds. Oh shit. That can mean two things. You have a serious shit on your hands or you're hungry. Not good sounds. You got serious shit on your hands. I'd be ready. Be ready, my friend. It might not be Spicehole, but be ready. Dude, I had Spicehole like midstream once. Like I went to the bathroom, but it ended up being Spicehole. Oh, it was so bad. I'm actually kind of surprised I was able to kind of brush it off afterwards, but ugh, man, it did not feel good. It's bad. Like it like the heat like kept going even after the whole process. It was like, no, no, Spice Hole, stop. Ugh. But yet, I had Spice Hole. It was bad. I don't get it often though, even with spicy food as much as I eat it. I think that's why I don't get it often is because I have it so much, my body's used to it. Dude, I don't want to. So I'm going, if you don't watch people streaming while you're doing that stuff, I do it all the time. Like, I'm just gonna watch a stream. Oh, I gotta take a shit. Well, I'm still listening to this. You don't like. You could not mention that at all, and I would not know that you did, and you could still do it because it's just a benign thing. Like, because everyone shits and pisses, dude. Like, I ain't gonna lie, people do get really too weird about just the idea, like, oh, we shouldn't piss. Like, because when it comes to ourselves, we don't really think it's that gross. But when we think about everyone else, it's like, "Blah." And you know what? It is. It is. Because the whole thing about it is just gross in general. But it's just like, it's a natural process just as much as fucking is, or it's just as much as being nude or, anything else. So it's like, it's not that bad. It's just that it's fucking gross. Yeah, because it is. But, oh, it's weird. Like, I feel, dude, I'm sure like there's been people on the stream who are like pulled me off on another tab, muted me, and went to go jack it really quick, and then come back. Like, I just think about what I do sometimes listening to especially very long streams, and I just apply it to basically everybody else. Because chances are they're doing the same fucking thing. So, it's just like whatever, man. It's just like, I've seen people send super chats to other streams that are like, yeah, we're fucking to you right now. And then it's just like, well, okay, one, you're probably fucking lying. Two, if that's true, you just basically made it so that fucking's gonna end with laughter and probably not in a climax unless you're into being exposed like that. I don't know. But it's just like, chances are that's probably happening. I'd at least just, not even bothered letting people know, but whatever. Sometimes it's fun to just be like, hey, I'm doing this. And be like, God, and just have people be like, God damn it. Or be like, cool. Or be like, what the fuck? Just depending on what the situation is. I mean, the thing is, I know now because you told me. So, I mean, I now know, but it's like, okay. I'm not going to know when you actually are. For all I know, you're probably doing it right now. And you know what? All right. Really weird sounds, lol. Like, oh man. I probably just made it even worse for you now. Just make a fart. A mighty fart. You will. A mighty fart you will unleash. Shows you where my mentality is. Oh my god. Just poop jokes now. Wow, I actually went on for 2 hours. Jesus. This is surprising for considering the circumstances. I'm hoping for that. Just hoping it's just gas and just a very voluptuous exposure and expanse to it. I think it will end that way. Oh yeah, it usually does. Like it's like both ways for me. It starts like that and it ends like that. This is like I, I'm not gonna actually. Never mind. But you get the idea, I guess. But yeah, it's just. mm. I mean, if anything, I think it's probably good because then that means everything is active and working as it probably should be intending so inside. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's probably good. Like, it's not like I have like, some major serious like diarrheas or some shit, but like usually it starts with some gas and ends with some gas. And I think that's honestly good. It's not a lot. Sometimes it is, just depending if like I had a lot of food the other night and then I wake up and I'm like, oh shit, you know. But for the most part, it's just, it's just I don't know what average is, but average. So, like whatever. I think it's probably good because I mean, there's bacteria and all sorts of other things that live inside you, especially in your intestinal lining, large and small. And and they all are doing their things and being active. And when that happens, they excrete methane. That's one thing that bacteria love to excrete. So that's why we fart because of all that working all happily and it builds up and eventually you just got to release that. So, because if you hold it, you eventually explode. I don't think anyone can physically hold it that long, but like enough of it would probably lead to a boom. I don't know. I don't know exactly what would happen, but I'm sure if you lit a light under that, probably like let's light a fart. Have like this much in, be like whoa, stop for a second, boom or something. I don't know. That'd be insane. But yeah, oh, I think it's still probably good. I know it's healthy to at least fart every now and then. So yeah, I just know it's not good to like not do the shaisa for like more than like 2 days. Like if you haven't like I know it's healthy to have like on average like at least a shit like at least once a day or every 2 days at least or something like that, depending on like I guess the diet or what you're eating. So, because if you don't have anything very nutritional, most of it's just gonna stay there and just go right through. But if you have a very nutritional fucking like full of things that your body wants and needs, then it's gonna absorb a lot of that. So it just depends, I suppose. But for the most part, it's just like I know on average, like a healthy like shit regiment is like at least once a day to 2 days, and I get at least once a day. So I think I think my body's good and working all in unison and doing its thing and chugging along and having fun. So yeah, I think things are good. Think things are good in that. I think my digestive department's working all right. Sometimes my stomach doesn't want to cooperate all the time, but I think everything else is doing just fine. So give props to that. Stomach, not every day. Some days it'll be doing just fine and splendid, but some days it'll be like the slightest thing will just not make it feel good. I won't like puke or nothing, but it'll just be like, yeah, I don't want to. Like the McDonald's earlier, that it wasn't like I got like the healthiest thing I could probably find, which is like this grilled chicken sandwich thing. And I was like, all right, I can do that. So I did that, and it was all right. But after a while, after I like got here and chilled, I was just like, oh, now that's starting to absorb. My body doesn't exactly know how to process everything I just consumed. I know this much. So yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm actually starting to feel it go like process. I'm feeling like the feeling go lower in my body right now. It's just like, oh, I'm literally feeling that right now going through me, and it's not going to be the most pleasant of experiences at the end of that, I don't think. But oh well. You know what? You know what? Sober me probably won't care at the end of the day. Oh, I lit a match. Oh my god. Damn. And I went on a whole tirade about this shit while you were doing this. Wow. I just can't imagine what you were going through. Damn. Well, that happened. Well, that happened. Oh well, whatever. Again, I think it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it can be kind of uncomfortable to discuss, but like it's a natural occurrence that everyone understands and goes through, like the various daily occurrences of the shit, the types of shits, the farts, all that, just these more unpleasant parts of our bodily functions. And it's just like, it's not, I mean, it should be weirded out just discussing the very nature of it. I mean, if you start discussing what it does to you specifically, like in detail, then you're getting a little weird. But being just broad stroking it, just talking about it in itself, we shouldn't be too weird talking about that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I wasn't detailing my own life. McDonald's usually does this to me. Well, I think that just shows how much processed crap is in it. Sure, they kind of were better compared to how they used to be like 5 years ago or less or whatever, but it really isn't much of a boost. It's not much of a increase in value in like quality, in my opinion, compared to what I could get around. But for price range, it was what was close, and plus there wasn't many things that were open, so it's like, yeah, whatever. Even they were about to close. We showed up like 20 minutes before they closed up, so we showed up right on time. We thought it was a 24-hour one, but I think the ones in Portland don't do that, but I think certain ones that have like drive-thrus do, but I don't know. It'd be cool if they automated one of them in Portland. Just have a little kiosk where you walk in, order your thing, comes out. I always wonder about the burgers. Are they real? I think they are. It's just that I think there's a lot of preservatives and a lot of additives to keep it this unison thing, because they have to make all these burgers basically identical in that sense. So the meat has to be the same. So they have. So there's I think it's just the additives and the preservatives they put in it to keep it the way it is. So I think it's that, honestly. Like, I don't think the meat in itself, like the actual meat is not bad. Probably not the greatest quality, but not bad, you know. But it's what they put in it to keep it the way it is, to keep it preserved fresh for as long as it is, and to keep it the way it looks and stuff. Like, I mean, it's just like, that's probably just what you're processing, and that's what your body doesn't want. And like, I mean, for people who have this on a daily basis, well, they're gonna be adapted to it, so they're not gonna really feel it that much. Maybe they will on some level, but not, this aware about it. You know what I mean? It is real thin. Sure, yeah, maybe. Depending on the burgers, I think, yeah. Well. It's just starting to come. This is starting to come up again. Cats left the room. Oh my god, dude. Damn, your body did not appreciate you going to McDonald's today. It wanted you to keep going for like the pork loin hoagies and shit, dude. You treat your body and then you do this. And now your body's making sure you regret it. Damn. Can't believe you did that. Damn. I couldn't give up $5 coupon. See, what they had going on was like this 2 for $5 thing. And it was like you can get like 2 different items for $5, which normally wouldn't be together. So I was just like, all right. I didn't do that specifically. I got a little separate thing, but that's what they did just because they needed to be a little cheaper. But I was like, well, actually, technically, I spent a little less because they paid together and I was separate. So one of them paid $10 overall, while I only paid like 9 something. So technically, I spent less, but if they were to pay separate, they would have spent less. Tyler depowered up. Tyler depowered you. Actually, it was our friend who wanted to go to McDonald's. Tyler was a very vocal, like, I don't want to go there because, oh. But eventually, the places we were looking at, we went to them, and they were either like bougie, hipster, super bougie, expensive as all fuck. You know, like one of those places, or they were just closed. And it was just like, God damn it. You know, I mean, to be fair, it was like 11 at this point tonight. And we're just like, all right, well, McDonald's it is. And then we notice there's police activity. And we're just like, okay, maybe not. And then we realized there was a Subway next to it, and the activity was in the Subway. And we were like, oh, well, we could go into Subway, but before we knew there was activity in there, not in the McDonald's, we were like, yeah, there might be activity in the McDonald's, so let's just go into Subway then. A little bit more expensive, but it's a little better. And then we noticed the activity was in there, and we're like, let's go into McDonald's. And we were just like, never mind. And we're like, yeah, we're just gonna ignore that and just casually and gradually just walk right in here. So that's what we did. But yeah, oh man, Portland nightlife is always mixed, man. It's always a coin flip. Cause some of it is just the unfortunate, the forgotten, the downtrodden of society, and the other half are honestly really cool fucking people, that are like the rebel type of people, the night people, just those type of folks. And those people are pretty chill and they're actually pretty cool. And we at the bar, the pub, I should say, it was the Yam Hill pub. It was a pretty dope little spot. We were talking to a few other people. They, like I said earlier, they had a movie up, Species 2, which is this weird fucking flick, dude. Weird movie. It's a schlock film, I can tell. And damn, do I want to check it out. Philly nightlife is epic. Coming to Portland then. I know I just said that it's a coin flip, but honestly, at the end of the day, it could be worth it. You have to just go to the right spots. If you start going outside of like the key nightlife spots, then you're probably going to start seeing the forgotten downtrodden parts because they lurk outside those areas. So as long as you stick to like pubs, late night restaurants, stuff like that, or like Voodoo Donuts, or just like a titty bar or some shit, you're gonna probably be all right. If anything, you're probably gonna meet some really cool, interesting people. Like there's actually this one chick that was at the pub that Tyler was going back and forth talking about black metal, and it was like, damn, you two clicked really well. You should have at least had a number so you can at least be friends. Like because he wanted to flirt with her a little bit, but he was observing her later on. Me and Steve, I almost gave his name out, but me and our friend, we we were just talking, doing our own thing, kind of stopped after she stopped interacting with us, and he was saying that she might have been lesbian or something, considering the body language she saw with one of her friends. So I don't know. I was just like, well, it doesn't hurt to try though. Just because you think, they might be girlfriend, doesn't mean they are. They just might be really good friends that get a little touchy with each other. Like, it's like I'm friends with, a couple of people who I can be a little bit more intimate with, I guess, but it's just fine because it's all right, but it's not, out of anything weird or because we're like want to be in a relationship with each other. It's just like, we're comfortable expressing that to each other, basically, that type of thing. So that could be it. So, it's just like he missed an opportunity. I'll give it that much. It's just like, damn, man. I'm a little frustrated at that. It's just like, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Even if you don't get anything out of it, still could have been a pretty dope friend to have, probably. Get you more open to the underground scene in Portland, maybe. Like, good opportunity, but you missed it. Not even for, like, I'm just looking at not even in a relationship aspect. If that what he thinks is true. Because if that is, go for the other part. Because chances are she might be bi, and chances are that also might not even be a thing. That just might be you perceiving the situation differently. Needs something, you know. Well, he gets it pretty. He actually gets it more than any of us actually right now. Like because he goes to, he's able, he knows some of these bars that around here at least that he's able to hook up even for a one night thing, and he can do it. You know what? Fucking props to him. Like I mean, if he can do it, no shit, I know I could, but right now that's not my key interest. But shit, at least I know ahead of time that these places are here, and I could. Shit, I mean, even now I'm like, even if it's like a little bit of a little slight fling, whatever, that'd be fine. But whatever, it's like okay, it's at least good information to know about the places. I go to them every now and then. I generally don't get anything out of it yet, but never know. So, whatever. But like usually the like our friends like Logan or Harley are the one, like Harley the one who boasts all the time about getting laid and shit. He does frequently, but not, I would say that him and Tyler are probably the ones I would say are like edging it off. Edging. Oh my god. Edging it off, on first place on who's getting laid the most, but I don't care about that, so I don't think about it. Like for all I know, Harley could be getting laid a lot more than I think, and Logan probably is too. But I can get at least from him, he probably isn't right now. But, what Stefan mentioned, this room is be on streams more. Sure. Maybe at some point I might be able to have him as a guest and be a guest for them, and vice versa. So that'd be pretty dope. Get like a little crossover going on. That should be kind of cool if I could be a guest at some point. I mean, since I do know him, at least lots I do. Be like, hey, I'm a guest. If there's an interesting topic like on history and stuff, hit me up because I can pull a little bit of research and discuss this stuff. Like, I mean, I'm down for that. So, yeah. I should do that. I have his Twitter and shit, and I think I have his number too. So I could just hit him up, be like, hey, I know you and your friend doing a podcast and shit. If there's any subject that you think would be interesting, hit me up on it. I'd be guest. Baby fling that tail over here. Not this. Oh my god, really? It's staying back. I'm gonna hide it in my coat now. I'll torch you. Aha. You have to give me a $50 tip. You gotta do it on Streamlabs, bro. $50 me on Streamlabs and I'll fling it back. All you want. Just imagine, I probably will do that if I do have a Streamlabs. Just start forcibly being like, yeah, you gotta do this for me. You gotta help me live. I got food to put on my plate. Oh, sorry. It's all good, dude. I'm just fucking with you, man. I don't care either way. Here's my fucking hair. It's just gonna do whatever it's gonna do. Hair flip, $10. I should do that. Streamlabs, you get a hair flip, like a GIF of me hair flipping, and if you ask for it in that same chat, you can get a hair flip. But anything less than that, if you ask for it, you don't get it. If you ask for it for more than $10, you'll get it anyway because it's past that limit, and fuck it, it's more than what the initial price is. So I'll do it. I should do that. Like if someone wants to like have hair flip moment, full screen me and just go, just let fly and major around. I'm sure you had a really great time last stream when I was doing it. I'm sure you were very joyously happy when that happened. You're like, it went everywhere. So I'm sure you did. Is there a chat just missed? Oh, no. Thought I just missed a chat or something. YouTube giving me mixed signals. Oh, fuck. Ceiling does sketches. $5 for 5 minutes. $10 for you get the idea. Oh, cool. Shit. I could probably do that. Because I do draw, but I don't do it that often. I actually was thinking about doing a simple piece. I think I'll do it tonight. It's just going to be like this wallpaper style thing. I was thinking of just drawing a humble ship. A ship off at the seas. But it's probably going to be a warship if I do. But I haven't drawn in a while, and I kind of want to make sure I have my fucking a drawing hand good still. You know what I'm saying? I do like minor sketches occasionally, just to kind of keep it in the groove. But I want to guarantee that's like if I can like go all out. If I complete it, I'll show you guys. But until then, not yet. I might just do like an aircraft too, just like something simple right now, just like an object. I don't want to do like people or anthropomorphic things quite yet. If I do, very small where you can't really tell. So I don't ever really draw people. If I ever draw like beings, it's always anthropomorphic. Like sentient, like humans are always anthropomorphic to me. That's how I draw them at least. Not that I can't draw humans, but I just prefer drawing anthropomorphic things compared to people. Just like humans and shit. More fun. It's a little bit more fun. Gets you an extra sense of creativity with that. So it's not a reason why I'm a furry, ain't it? Anyway, going on 2 hours now, so phone battery's saying it's low because Tyler unplugged the fucking power, and 2 minutes till 3. So I think the stars and the planets are aligning. I know. Blessed be the fire god. Okay, 6 here. Yeah, damn, dude. Like, how you have to have like some form of insomnia, like I do, dude. Like if night before you go sideways. Oh yeah, for real. When I start doing this shit, that'd be insane. Yeah, because this fucking app I still haven't found to delete. Just always in the background haunts me. Haunts the streams. It haunts the weird and the content. It causes things to fuck up. But nay to that, for it has not happened here. For I will break the curse. The curse shall be broken. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but whatever. So if your alarm goes off 7 and it's 6 now, you're either not going to bed until after 7 or you're going to fall asleep right through that alarm. One, two things is going to happen on that. So, yeah. Because I've been through that. Usually, I'll either like go almost to sleep, but then that wakes me up. And then some days, I just can't go to sleep until then some days I'll be able to go to sleep before it goes off, and then I'm just right through it. So, yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. But I'm probably just going to go right after this because I'm not drained, but mentally I'm still like awake, so I might do a little something to keep the brain going, like, get ready to shut down. But till then, body's all like meh, doesn't want to do much anymore, but the brain still wants to be active. So I think I'll probably do that sketch or something. Let's do a podcast, do the sketch. See if I see if I still got that mojo for the drawing and shit. And it ends up being cool. I'll show you guys because might as well. See what the critiques are. Night. And, well, technically, good morning to you. So, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning to everybody off stream and shit. I don't know, whatever. That's what it ends up being these days, doesn't it? But, all right. Peace out. I'll